Okay, so now we're going to go over chapter 1 together. The ebook is very good because if you click on the play button every time you have a word, it's going to play it for you, and you can practice your pronunciation. But I know there's nothing like a native speaker, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of chapter 1. Again, go to the home button in Connect, click on the picture of the textbook, and then it opens the ebook for you, and you go to page 1. There's a bunch of stuff before, like there's several ways to do it. You browse each page, or you go in the 3-line icon on the left on the top. That's the table of contents, and you click on chapitre 1 pour commencer, and that takes you straight to the first page of chapter 1. There's a picture of the Eiffel Tower, and it tells you what's covered in the chapter. So the first thing, and you can move on with the arrows on top of your page, is the greetings, how to greet someone. Everybody knows bonjour. Bonjour is the most neutral, safest way to greet someone, to say hello. It works all the time. Salut, 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 not salud. Salut means hi. It's more informal. It's more with, people your age or people you know. But bonjour is with everybody. If it's in the evening, you switch from bonjour to bonsoir. You can use salut in the evening also. Now, when you leave, you can say au revoir, au revoir, and all of these are on page 2 and page 31. Like I said, page 31, the last page of each chapter has everything you need. Okay, so you could like skip everything and go straight to page 31. So au revoir means goodbye. You can say bonsoir when you leave for the evening. If you want to wish someone a nice day, you say bonne journée. So you say bonjour when you go in a room, bonne journée when you leave the room if it's the daytime. You say bonsoir when you enter the room if it's the evening, and you say bonsoir or bonne soirée when you leave in the evening. If it's nighttime, bonne nuit. If you want to ask someone, how are you doing? It depends who you're speaking to. So no matter who you speak to, comment ça va or ça va. And I'm not writing anything down because it's all in your textbook, page 2, page 31, okay? Ça va, comment ça va? That's for everybody. If you're talking to like someone you've just met, or an employer, a superior, a professor, an old person, you can say comment allez-vous? We need to speak about the vous form because in French, we have 2 kinds of ways to address people. Tu, informal, like I said, when you talk to your friend, to someone young, someone you know, or vous, when you want to be polite, or when you speak to someone old, someone in like a professional setting, or a group of people, it's vous as well. Y'all, you all. Okay, so comment allez-vous? Comment vas-tu? Every formal greeting has an informal version. Okay, so bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur, for a man. Bonjour, madame, when you address a woman. Comment allez-vous? Salut, comment tu vas? Or comment vas-tu? See, 2 different versions. If you want to ask someone, what's your name? If it's someone young or a classmate, comment t'appelles-tu? comment tu t'appelles? If you ask someone older or your boss or your professor, comment vous appelez-vous? So there's actually a way to go around that, is to say your name first. Je m'appelle, for example, je m'appelle Marie-Lise. Comment tu t'appelles? If I want to go around that, je m'appelle Marie-Lise. Et toi? Or formal, je m'appelle Marie-Lise. Et vous? Okay? Then chapter 2 is actually about your age and your name. But chapter 1 is more like, comment ça va? Comment vas-tu? Comment allez-vous? How do you answer that? Bien, mal, comme ci, comme ça. To all my Louisiana friends, comme ci, comme ça is very used in Louisiana. Ça va très bien. I'm just reading, like you can just read page 6. My bad, page 6. And then au revoir. Okay, when you leave, we already said au revoir, bonne journée, bonne soirée, bonne nuit. If you're gonna see the person later, à plus tard. If you're gonna see the person tomorrow, à demain. If you wanna see the person in a little while, à tout à l'heure. See you soon is à bientôt. So again, if I'm not here and you don't know how to pronounce these, go to page 31. And you got everything, including the pronunciation. I don't know if you guys can hear, but I just pressed play. Wait, that's the phone number. We're not there yet. If you press play, I'll just show you guys on my screen. In the other computer, it's the ebook. So everything you need, it's there. You don't need me. I'm like, why am I even here? I'm kidding. You do need me. So then the next topic in this chapter is the numbers. It can teach you how to count from 0 to 69, just because we're running out of numbers, and you'll see that later in another chapter. After the number 69, we don't say 70, we say 60, 10. So that's it. If you learn the numbers from 1 to 19, you know almost all the French numbers. Remember that I said that, and it will make a lot of sense when you see higher numbers. But really, I can count with you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's it. Then you have 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, and that's it. You start adding numbers from 1 to 19. So memorize from 1 to 19, then you're good. There is a lady on YouTube before Alexa was, you know, robot or whatever you use Alexa for. There's a lady, her name is Alexa. She's a French teacher. If you type French with Alexa on YouTube, she has 20 lessons on how to pronounce basic French. And it helped my students a lot, because you can always go back and pause her and repeat the number or the letter. Speaking of, we haven't done the alphabet. Same thing. The alphabet is in chapter 1 on, what's that page? Page 9? and it's gonna say the alphabet for you. And a word that starts with the letter. So we'll do the alphabet, and you can repeat after me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So you can practice. There is a video on YouTube called Alphabet French Military Style, and there's a lady who sings the alphabet with a military song like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. And it helps also every time the ebook or the instructor do not seem to help. Go to YouTube, type it, there's a video for it. So we're lucky to have all these resources, because back in the day we didn't have them. We were like, oh my God, so we had to write everything on the board and have the students repeat. There was nothing to record the instructor, or no video, no YouTube, no social media. And a lot of people still learned French back then. Okay, so greetings, alphabet, numbers, classroom objects. You can memorize those. They're on the previous page. Oh, I'm sorry. On the next page, page 14. And you see there's a picture of a classroom. You can play the objects, like the word for pen is un stylo. You click on it. The word for chair is une chaise. So please, please, please use the ebook. In the past, the students were trying to do the assignments and they didn't realize there's an interactive ebook that comes with the access code. Again, go to home on the McGraw-Hill Connect page and click on the picture of the textbook, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And guess what, guys? There's one more thing for chapter 1. It's the articles. So in French, we have gender. You guys probably heard about gender for objects before. Some objects are masculine, some objects are feminine. To you guys, it might seem random, like why is a pen masculine but a chair feminine? But to us, it's like normal because we were born exposed to gender for objects. Now, I'll give you a good tip. If your word ends with the letter E, it's feminine. So if the word ends with the letter E or E in English, you use une, U-N-E. If the word doesn't end with an E, you use un, U-N, and it's pronounced un. I know some of you guys speak Spanish. It's spelled U-N, but it's pronounced un, just like number 1, un, okay? Same thing if you don't know how to pronounce, not that it will really matter for this class because it's more, you know, written basic French. But if you speak to someone in French, and if you don't know how to pronounce, go to your page, your last page in your chapter, and play the section that has the pronunciation. So some words you're going to use un to say like, oh, the exception to what I just said is book, because book, livre, ends with the letter e or I, and it's masculine, un livre. There's always an exception, but that's it. It's the only exception that I see. I see some more, of course, but most of the time, if it ends with a E, it's gonna be feminine. So in English, you use the article a book, un livre, a chair, une chaise. And if there's more than one, sometimes you don't use anything. You say, oh, look, they have chairs in that room. Well, no, in French, you have to use something in front of chairs or books or phones. If it's plural, if there's more than one, you use des, D-E-S, des. Okay? So, un livre, un téléphone, un ordinateur, un professeur, or une chaise, une craie. I'm just looking at your ebook because I'm like selling you the ebook and I'm not looking. Une étudiante. Okay, sometimes it's got two versions. If it's a male student, un étudiant, you don't hear the last T. If it's a female student, une étudiante. Okay? Why is it so subtle? Because French is sexy. Un étudiant, une étudiante. That's why you don't hear the T in the un étudiant, but you hear the T in une étudiante. Because French is sexy, you don't pronounce every single letter because we're way more classy and subtle than this. Maybe I should make more videos. I think this is funny. Haha. So anyway, that's it, guys. Look, we're already done with chapter 1. The greetings, the alphabet, the numbers from 0 to 69, the articles un, une, des, and that's it. If you go to the next page, you have always some cultural insight into the French culture. This one is about, you know, gestures, how we use our hands. And we used to kiss on the cheek to say hello, but I didn't even go over that because of the COVID. We don't do it anymore. So, that's it. I'm done with chapter 1. You go to the last page. Oh, you have a song. You can skip the song. Honestly, you don't need to listen to all the French songs. So just go to your last page, no matter what you do. I know I'm repeating myself, but go to the last page at the end of each chapter because it's got everything you need for the chapter, okay? So there we go. I think this is a good summary. I forgot the days of the week. You already know Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. Before that is lundi, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. But look, like I said, you don't need me because that's it. You have all the resources you need to ace those 2 learn smarts in chapter 1. And you could even take the quiz right now, but don't. Please study first. I think I'm going to sign off and see if it recorded this before I do the tutorial on chapter 2, which you won't see anyway until January 31st, because this semester we decided as the team of foreign language professors that you have to finish each chapter before you can access the next chapter. In the past, I did try to open everything from the beginning of the semester, but it was a disaster, to be honest with you guys. So that's why you have specific dates for each chapter. Please, you have a lot of time. like you could be done today already with chapter 1, which is due on the 31st. So after that, you have a month per chapter. Don't ask me for an extension when I give you a whole month for each chapter. It's disrespectful because it shows me you haven't been even opening your Blackboard. And also for the first chapter, which is due January 31st, you have less time than the other chapters, because on February 3rd, we have to report the non-attending students. So I wanted to make sure you get to complete chapter 1. And if you do not complete anything in chapter 1, then you will be reported never attending, okay? Even if you complete one activity and forget about the rest, you still be in the class and have a chance to make up what you didn't finish. But if you don't open your Blackboard or your Connect at all by January 31st and do not complete anything, then you will be marked never attending. Okay? Please email me or call me if you need me, and I hope this worked. It was fun. I'm gonna do it more often. Merci beaucoup.